I don't know how we missed this announcement last summer that this was happening. You know, there aren't that many video game movies that are made. You know, that whole theory about, there's going to be a Legend of Zelda animated movie, or it's going to be a Netflix and everything, or, you know, they don't happen. Video game movies don't happen that often. There's just too big a risk, or when they come out, they're fucking garbage, like Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li, you know, or the Dead or Alive. Was there a Dead or Alive movie that came out? So, but this is an extremely strange choice for a movie game, so much so that it probably works just because they probably have to keep to the bare minimum of what the video game is. And we're talking about a Rampage movie.
So, the Rampage, and it's going to star Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
And it's in production. And it's going to be made.
He sounds fairly excited about it, too. I'm not excited about this.
I'm excited.
Okay. This, to me, we talked about this months ago with Activision's movie studio and Call of Duty movies and that sort of thing. This, to me, is one of those things where the basic premise is broad enough that you can take the general idea and just go off and do whatever the hell you want with it. It's just going to be a monsters attack a city story.
Which they've had the new Godzilla movie that came out a couple years ago. They're doing a sequel. They're doing Pacific Rim 2. Mm-hmm. They're doing a semi-sequel to Cloverfield, which that one's not a monster movie, the first one. So monster movies are in right now. Big monster movies. So in that framework, this could work. And yes, you're going to have the three main monsters probably to connect it.
One's an alligator instead of a lizard, probably to avoid Godzilla things.
You think they announced that? They think that'd be too close?
Yeah, they announced it's going to be a silverback gorilla, an alligator, and a wolf.
Okay, that's close enough.
Sure.
Lizzie the gator. Okay.
Fair.
So I think that alone, though, is going to be cool because it can be probably a little comedic. The Rock's probably the only big action star we have besides Vin Diesel and Jason Statham. But he's the one that sort of, I guess, can do it with like a little wink. Vin Diesel's always gruff and but The Rock, you know, he's true to his wrestling roots. He can be a little bit campy and have it work. It can work with him. But no, this is in production. It's just funny because the Spy Hunter movie with him never happened 10 years ago or so. They were supposed to make. They even made the freaking video game. But thinking the movie's going to come out, and it never came out. But this could be fun. This could be a fun, stupid romp of a movie. Who knows? I mean, it's going to have the writer, the San Andreas writer who The Rock starred in last year. That was the big earthquake movie that he was a helicopter pilot in. And yeah, you're going to have a storyline with the three monsters destroying everything. Probably not being good guys, but you know, it could be entertaining. Probably come out, 2017, probably for the summer. Nothing else to add. You're not looking forward to this at all?
I mean,
I just think it's funny that it's a freaking Midway game from the mid 80s.
Sure.
That's being made into a movie. That to me is like one away from making a video game based upon APB.
If it's campy enough, I'd be interested in seeing it. So I guess I'll just have to wait.
Seriously, out of all the video games, like Rampage is not that popular. Versus, it doesn't have a built-in audience.
It was once upon a time. That's it.
I mean, there's no built-in audience to get that funded that they said, oh, here's a Rampage movie. It's like, I would never have guessed they'd ever make
Like
that.
I said, they probably just looked at the license and said, we can acquire this for cheap, and it's going to give us a very basic structure to make a movie.
But it's only going to get like 3,000 people in the theater based upon the name alone. That's what's so funny to me. You know what I mean? It's not like Pixels where you have Qbert and Donkey Kong you're drawing from all these major characters. You have one video game from the mid-'80s that you're drawing on that no one's played. When's the last sequel that came out? Like 12 years ago, 15 years ago for Rampage.
They did one for PS2 and Wii, and I think that was it.